I did an expedition in March, and me and JJ we basically picked a part of the Amazon that we'd never been to and went, let's go see what's over there.
Just picked a spot.
We picked a spot on the map. There's no towns, there's no nothing. So we said, let's go there. And it took us a week. We had to take a commercial flight to a smaller flight to a smaller flight, and then we had to take a boat for 3 days, 9 hours a day, to get to the start of the expedition.
When you do that, do you check to see if there's uncontacted tribes that have been reported in those areas?
What you do is you get to the last town, and you go,
You wait.
what's that way? And they tell you. And the scariest thing, and this was one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life, was that there were these tiny little people there. So there was like normal Peruvians walking around, like loggers, and you get out there, there's people with modern machines, but then off in the corner, there were these little people, and they were still holding onto their bows and arrows. And you look at them, and as soon as you look at them, they hide. And we were like, who are they? And they're like, those are the Nawa. And we were like, what's going on with the Nawa? And it turns out that the Nawa were shooting at the oil company guys that were trying to get, again, a part of the forest that never has been accessed before. Now it's starting, people are reaching deeper into the Amazon. And the problem is they'd be going up this river and there'd be arrows flying by them.
Oh my God.
So how'd they solve that problem? They funded the missionaries, sent the missionaries out there to talk to the Nawa and convince them to come back to the nearest town.
How do the missionaries communicate with them?
The missionaries go like, Bible up, and they just hope. And they just fucking hope. And so what they did was, through 2 translators from Spanish to Yine to Nawa to something, we asked this guy, what are you doing here? And the guy was like, I'm trying to go back to my house. And he said, these missionaries said if I came here, that then they'd help me in the food and, And they were very confused because the missionaries had brought back a boatload of them and kind of tricked them, because then when they got to the town, they just showed up to capitalist society. They're like, you want food? You got to buy it. And these people have a bow and arrow, but there's no more animals around because they've killed everything.
God.
And they go, but I want to go home. And the missionaries go, well, do you got gasoline? Now they're stuck.